I've coached basketball for a long time, and for a long time I thought I knew what made someone good. Athleticism, skill, hours in the gym. I was wrong. The players who became the best, the ones who actually made it, they weren't always the most talented kids in the gym. They weren't always the fastest or the strongest. And they definitely weren't always the most confident. I remember one kid, 14 years old, came to his first tryout and couldn't dribble with his left hand at all. There were bigger, faster, more naturally gifted players in that gym, guys who looked the part the moment they walked in. That kid made the team anyway. 3 years later, he was the best player on it. The others plateaued before they even got to high school, but they had something. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. The best players are not afraid to feel bad. They're not afraid to fail. They're not afraid to get embarrassed on the court. They try something, it doesn't work, they get up and try it again. Like it didn't even happen. That kid with the weak left hand, every single drill he went left, even when it didn't work, even when he lost the ball, even when other kids laughed. He was so locked in on getting better that embarrassment didn't register. Kids do this naturally. It's one of the greatest gifts of being young. Watch any 8-year-old at practice. They fall, they laugh, they go again. There's no ego in the way yet, but something changes. And by the time most people reach adulthood, the fear of looking bad has replaced the hunger to get better. I've seen it happen in a single season. A kid comes in at 12, fearless. By 15, he's second guessing every move, playing not to mess up instead of playing to improve. The talent is still there. The freedom is gone. The good news, you can get it back, either on your own or with the right coach, the right environment, someone who doesn't just say mistakes are okay, but actually responds the same way when someone tries something bold and fails as when they succeed. The players who figured that out, who stopped protecting their ego and started protecting their growth, those are the ones who made it. Here's something sport taught me that I use every single day. Intent is everything. You can show up to practice every day for a year and get nowhere. Seriously, if you're just going through the motions, the hours don't matter. The body is there, but the mind is somewhere else. I've watched players run the same shooting drill 500 times and not improve. Catch, shoot, reset. No thought behind it. Just going through the motions so they could say they put in the work. And I've watched other players do that same drill 20 times and come out noticeably better. So, because before every rep, they had a specific focus. Foot placement, follow through, where their eyes went before the catch, or you can spend every session with a clear direction. What am I working on today? What does success look like at the end of this rep, this drill, this session? And you can make more progress in a month than someone else makes in a year. This isn't just basketball. This is work. This is learning. Direction matters more than duration. The best in the world understood this at a level most people never reach. Kobe understood this better than almost anyone. The way he describes his own practice sessions in the Mamba mentality changed how I think about preparation entirely. He wasn't just shooting thousands of shots, he was solving specific problems every single session. It's not a basketball book, it's a manual for intentional work. I've linked it on Audible below. First month is free. Most people think elite athletes are built on obsession. Grind culture, never stop, never rest. Sleep 4 hours, get up, train. Here's what I've actually seen. The best athletes know how to take care of themselves. I had a player once, one of the most driven kids I've ever coached. He'd stay after every practice, come in on off days, run extra sprints when everyone else had gone home. By mid-season, he was running on empty. Heavy legs, slow decisions, making mistakes he never would have made fresh. We sat him down for 4 days. He came back and played some of the best basketball of his season. Those 4 days didn't cost him anything. They gave him everything. A day off isn't failure. A day off can prevent an injury that sidelines you for 6 months. A day off can prevent the kind of burnout that ends careers early. The greats aren't the ones who never rest. They're the ones who rest smart. There's a coach. He coached me when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. I still remember things he said to me at that age. Specific things. The kind of thing you don't forget because it actually meant something. One thing he used to say, and I can still hear his voice, was this: the moment you stop being curious, you stop getting better. He said it before games, after losses, in the middle of drills. At 8, I didn't fully understand it, but I never forgot it. And now, years later, I coach alongside him sometimes. And I watch him say some of those exact same things to kids today. And they work, because I know they work. He used them on me. Last season, I watched him crouch down next to a 12-year-old who just had a terrible game. Head down, frustrated, and say it again. The moment you stop being curious, you stop getting better. The kid looked up. Something shifted. I've seen that shift before. I felt it myself in that same gym at that same age. That's what a great coach does. They plant something in you that grows for decades. Not plays, not drills. A way of thinking. That's what this channel is about. Not highlight reels, not stats, not the obvious stuff everybody already knows. It's about the things that actually separate the good from the great. The mindset, the habits, the lessons from sport that work everywhere else in your life too. If you've ever played or coached or just wondered why some people get better and others plateau, you're in the right place. Subscribe if you want more. And let me know in the comments, what's the one thing sport taught you that you still use today?